Okay, when we come over, here we go. Alright, welcome back to My Hero Academia, Anime Review, episode 238. We're reviewing the 161st episode of the series, the end of an era, and the original was a slash mark, and then by the end of the episode it says, the beginning. Yeah, covers chapters 401 to 403 of the series. Overall, for the arc itself, there's exactly 21 left to go. For the whole series, there is exactly, I think it's like 28 chapters left to go. Yes. I have heard a rumbling that this season might be 12 episodes, but I have not heard a confirmed episode count for this season. It's kind of the same thing with Ranma Half, where no confirmed episode count. This one, along with Ranma Half, are the only two. I'm not counting One Piece and Case Closed because those are weekly anime. But these two are the only ones where we do not have a confirmed episode count for these ones. Yes. Now, I should point out, though, even if when the season finishes, there will be still other My Hero stuff to review. Like the My Hero Academia Vigilantes anime, which will be airing season 2 in this coming January, along with, I think it's a fan book I'm going to review, hopefully, when it comes out, which contains a one-shot we're laying our hands on. And also another one of the volumes for My Hero Academia team-ups. In case you're curious, though, is there any more light novels that come off My Hero Academia? Not that I know of. Apparently after 6 they stopped. Not sure why, but they did. So in this episode, pretty much pick up right where we left off last episode, where Stain the Hero Killer shows up riding his own version of a goblin glider. Well, basically like a big one per se. Kind of reminds me of the one they used in Spider-Man 3, but this big long one. He shows up, stops basically All For One, and of course basically he tries to attack him. Doesn't exactly work. Though they do explain how the heck he got here, where after he declined All For One's offer, he pretty much basically went on his own. Of course, he eventually found basically All Might because they never officially met when he was active. So, and they do confirm he said he killed 40 heroes. The only hero he's wounded is basically Ingenium's brother. But, who he killed, that's not really very clear. They mentioned, oh yeah, his nose basically is mutated. Well, that's not entirely true. I don't know why in the world that they would mention that, like, oh, his nose mutated. He removed his nose himself. It was Vigilant Vigilantes. Which, by the way, still the same voice actor in both shows. He did that because Knuckle Dust decided to break his nose. So his response, rip off his own nose. That's what he did. And apparently he has a good sniff ability. I'm not sure how the heck he can breathe without his nose the way it is. And his quirk is blood curl, so he licks. We do see a flashback when he first fought Deku. And we do see another flashback with Deku later on. That mostly put... the other flashback for Deku was actually flashbacks to the first few episodes of the series. Which I kind of get the reason why they're showing these flashbacks now. Because this is the last season of the show. So, why not remind me of basically when the series first started? So, Deku is still fighting Todoroki in the episode. He's briefly seeing him. But he pops toward the end of the episode. So, All Might tries his best with the Hercules power. The satellite was above him basically destroyed. But there's one shield left. And they managed to stop the blow. Long enough for him to be knocked unconscious. Stain the Hero Killer was killed by All For One. And he absorbs his quirk, the blood quirl. And it seems like, though, he's about to do a Bane by picking up in the air and throwing him down on the ground. And, of course, Deku tries to reach out. But meanwhile, while this is going on, the Dabi doubles are disappearing. Which, of course, they also briefly see Momo in the episode, along with May and also Shudo and Genya, basically on the way to someplace. On the way to someplace. So we also see All Might in this Hathaway, like he's basically on his way to Oz, with these various gold balls on the ground, these balls of light, which basically represent the 9 users. Yeah, represent the 9 users of All Might, of the One for All Quark, and we do see while he's picking up one, and he of course we see an illusion of his master, who once again is voiced by Stephanie Young. Awesome to see her back at the show. Officer Night Eye, which he does not speak, but I'm sure if he did speak, I'm sure they probably would have brought back his voice actor for the episode, but thank you for bringing back Stephanie Young for one episode, because she's the voice of All Might's master. So, then we see a bright light beam from, which also All For One proceeds to blow a hole right through the coffin in the sky, aka UA school, and Gentle Criminal is basically finishing his job of stabilizing it, but there's a hole there, and of course you have one of the support classes recording everything. And that was actually La Brava's idea from the previous season of the show. The reason why, because the heroes got a negative reputation because of Endeavor. So, her idea was to have them basically, the heroes do heroic work to improve their reputation, which, good idea. That's a fantastic idea. So, then we see a child version of Deku and Bakuto pick up 2 of these balls of light. And the reason why, because Bakuto has stood on the edge of the thing and fired a bolt of energy toward All For One. You're probably thinking, what the heck does this mean? Bakuto's going to be fighting All For One. Yep, that's pretty much the reason for this ending. Plus, I love the music they have for this. I didn't expect to see this music for My Hero Academia, but this was awesome. It felt like basically watched like a 90s style anime. Though I do know recently someone did do a rendition of the My Hero Academia characters done in the 80s style, and they did the same thing also with Demon Slayer as done in the 90s style. And I kind of get the reason why they did that, because it's a cool moment, and plus also probably because it went viral with the My Hero Academia. What if the animation was done with the 80s? Which I like the animation they did for it. Yeah, it was. I don't know if it's AI generated per se, but I thought it was really cool. Yep, overall, fantastic episode. Can't wait for the next episode, which will air next week. And next time we review is going to be Tales of the Wedding Rings. But next review is going to be Comic Corner, okay? Next video, bye.